portraying a gang member in the movies and portraying a gang member in the film that we're doing is completely different. You know, I'm not looking for actors to represent their idea of gang members. I'm looking for them to portray actual gang members.
My brother was like my father. He looked out for me. He was a gangbanger. He went to jail at 15 for 12 bank robberies and 1 attempt. Then he did like 5 or 6 years. Came out, changed his whole life around. He was coming from a party one night and his past called back up to him. And he got shot a few times, about like 8 or 9 times. He hid up under a car, but he lost too much blood and couldn't get up. So then he was killed. The beginning stages, I mean, it was anger, you know, I blasphemed, you know, but then I just got over it, and I kind of felt sometimes he wasn't happy here no way. So, you know, it's cool. The only thing that it really had an effect on me was my little brother. My little brother lost it, and he flipped out and started doing all kind of stuff. He's in jail now. So it's like I lost 2 brothers in the same year.
And you were never affiliated with the gang?
Yeah, I gangbanged.
You gangbanged? And
I still do.
Do you still?
Well, I still do, but you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to get myself correct. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, stay focused and stay legit.
What were you in jail for?
For assault with a deadly weapon.
Wow.
But it wasn't a gun, though.
It wasn't a gun?
No. It was a crowbar.
Yeah.
And what happened to the person you assaulted?
He doing all right. He came to court one time and never came back again. He wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, he almost died or nothing, but he had some pretty bad injuries to his head. Wasn't nothing that couldn't be fixed up with no stitches or nothing.
And what provoked you to assault him?
Well, for one thing, I kind of know him. We kind of went to elementary school together. And he actually from a rival gang. And I was at the grocery store with my mama, and he banged on me. He threw up some gang signs at me, and I kind of let it pass. I'm like, okay, I'll see you later. So me and my homeboy was at McDonald's. I just got out of school. This when I was 16. I did 15 months, and I'm 18 now, you know.
Yeah.
We backing up, you know what I'm saying, and they ran into my homeboy car. Now, I didn't recognize him at first. We hopped out to fight or to see what was going on. The person wanted some kind of static, and we was going to give it to him. So I told him to pop the trunk, and I got a crowbar off the trunk, and I just hit him in the head, you know. And I did it like a couple times, and the security guard came, and my homeboy acted like he had a gun, and the security guard backed off, and people started running, and I went to jail. But I wish I never did it, because it really wasn't worth it.
What's your name?
Travell.
Travell what?
Travell Goldberg.
And how old are you?
15.
What's up, little homie?
You heard me about big homie Alonzo down?
Man, shit's all the type of shit going on, homie. What your little ass doing over here anyway? Don't you know you ain't supposed to be over here, homie?
Nigga, I don't give a fuck.
Oh, you don't give a fuck now?
Nigga, I'm big homie dead.
How old is you, homie? How old is you?
I'm 15 years old.
Oh, you 13, huh? 13. They get your little ass out of here, homie. You don't need to be in this shit, homie.
No.
There's a lot of shit, a lot of blood that been spilled.
No. Have you spilled some? Have you spilled some,
That's
homie?
not even
Have you
talk.
spilled some, homie? Have you spilled some, homie?
I see. Okay. You's a big man now.
Have you
Little
spilled some,
13-year-old
homie?
punk. You
Yeah.
don't know
Nah,
nothing.
y'all niggas killed my big homie. That's like my father.
Let me tell you something, homie. This shit ain't for you, homie. Out here, it's kill to be killed, homie.
No.
It's kill to be killed. Are you ready for that, homie?
I don't know.
Like you said, you're 13.
Hey, all I want to know, have you spilled anybody's blood?
Listen to me.
Have you spilled anybody's blood, lady?
Listen to me.
Have you spilled anybody's blood?
Listen to me, little homie.
Nigga,
Listen to me.
I know.
Yeah, I killed your homie. Yeah, I killed him.
Oh, you
So what
did?
the fuck? I don't give a fuck. I killed him.
There's levels to the film of shooting this type of film and shooting in the community that, you know, you wouldn't have to deal with in another film. It's like in another film, you know, you just go and get your permit and you do what you gotta do and you set up on the block and you shoot. But it was really important for us to get the support of the community. So first going down and meeting with neighbors and dealing with gang members and ex-gang members and everybody's families and having them want us to come into their community. Yeah, I feel safe. I feel safe. It's again, you know, part of the film is showing people that South Central isn't some bombed out, you know, community that's like, you know, Beirut. Yes, you pick up the paper and there's killings going on and there's murders and there's violence, but you can drive down the street. We drive down the streets every day and walk into people's houses that we've never been into and meet strangers that are gang members or gang affiliated, and it's like, you know, these people are human beings just like anybody else.
Because that's the reality, Adam. That's the reality. Crips outnumber Bloods almost 3-1. That's the reality.
I understand that, and I think that it would be interesting in the film to do it about the minority, do it about the guys that are outnumbered. You know what I'm saying?
Why?
Because it hasn't been done, and it brings a certain sense of more conflict into the film. It's like you're dealing with guys. I mean, in Boys in the Hood, it's Crips. In Menace to Society, it's obviously Crips. You know, we're not saying that one's better than the other. We're not saying these are the heroes and these are the bad guys. You know, it's just portraying. Secondly, as a filmmaker, I like the color red better. I think it's a more interesting color to look at. Now, this is something that we need to sit down. I've been prepared from the very start to say, okay, if politically we have to make it a Crip set for some reason and not make it a Blood set, we've got to deal with that. Just as a filmmaker telling the story, you know, my preference would be to make it a Blood set. But if we can't roll that way, we can't roll that way.
The level of my being able to walk through Watts is unrestricted. Where we can control an environment like shooting on a set, now that's limited.
Right.
To where I can walk to you and say, you fine. In the Nickersons, we may have a relationship, but we don't know everybody in the Nickersons. Somebody might not be with that relationship. Everybody in the Jordan Downs will be in that relationship because this is my family, my friends, my cousins, my people. Now, as we move out of that, the further we move away from that solid block of security, the further you move away, the more chances, the possibility of something happening. Nothing has changed from our first conversation. You just gotta let me take you to the places where I know it's cool. The other thing that's come since we talked last is the war. It's on, brother.
Right. That is something.
That shit wasn't going down when you first came in my office.
Right.
It's going down.
And we knew
how many
that
shootings you had in 10?
Yeah.
In 10 days, you had 30 shootings. That has changed this shit dramatically.
I mean,
even our ballers can't control all this shit. These young cats are hot. The inside players in jail don't put the word down, killing the nigga inside. I'm gonna say it straight up in the mixed room. I don't care. You know what I mean? And it's coming back. The brothers are saying, well, fuck it. Then it's on too. We ain't finna die like rats. We're finna die like a man. So they going back too. So where it would be, numbers would be intimidating, these brothers saying, fuck it, it's on. They had 6 shooters of Latinos over in Long Beach. That's when we knew it was on, because the brothers ain't just bound down to the number. They pulled up to a hamburger stand, they smoked 6 of them. Fuck it. Y'all wanna fight? Let's go. And that's something we wasn't dealing with a month and a half ago. We were not dealing with. I told you it's about to be bloody summer.
I think anybody can tell anybody's stories, but can you tell it accurately? You know, can you really make it authentic to the point where anybody who see it that is black can say, yo, that's how it goes down. But I think that's being open to people giving you the right feed. If they don't nail it, then we're going to deal with a bunch of backlash that's unnecessary, because if you'd have nailed it, you wouldn't have to, because everybody has to accept the truth. And everybody that's black know that gang violence is not something pretty, so they're not going to complain about it, but at least tell the truth about it. But if this film is shot the way they said and it does what it does, oh, you're going to hear a lot of noise.
The whole movie is told from the point of view of a stolen digital video camera, okay? So the whole film is going to be shot on a camera not unlike this, right? So there's not going to be some big 35 millimeter, you know, thing with big lights and stuff. It's going to be very minimal. Very, very minimal. And it's really a coming-of-age film told over the course of 2 months that really tells the story of Chris's coming of age from kind of an innocent kid to like kind of a hardcore, you know, mentality.
When it comes to the creative input and the ways about going and doing that, how will we do that? You create a system of some sort?
Yeah, within the rehearsal process, again, this is a collaborative environment and situation. It's like, you know, anybody that has ideas or you know, observations on something, it's like on set or during the rehearsal process, it's like, oh man, let's try this, or how about this? You know? That's again, I'm gonna have to it's gonna come down, it's like, there may be a moment that we have 5 different dudes and 5 different opinions. Exactly. So it's gonna be me as the director having to make the decision.
Right. Hey, sir. Sir.
What?
Where the hell you get that name from?
Cause remember when the 2 niggas got shot in front of your school and they had to close down your school?
Yeah.
That was me.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Damn, man, you crazy. How many kids was out there that day, man?
So what? I probably would have shot them kids too.
Crazy.
You was in the way, you probably would have got shot too.
Oh, yeah, now you really tripping.
Then you would have been from the hood.
So you tripping now.
Okay, cut. All the stories that you've heard, anything that you've heard, you know?
I know what to say, cause I just can't really get myself into the feeling right now. I know what to tell them.
Okay.
I know all kind of know shit to tell them. I just can't relate to it, you know? Cause I ain't no actor. I just speak off the rip, you know what I'm saying? Put myself in
that spot and start thinking about
what I did this time, what I did that time, what I would do if blah, blah, blah. And I can't do it on this one, because what I would do, I'll probably just, you know, tell him something and just rub him off.
Right. Now in this scene, you're telling them straight up. And you're trying to scare them a little bit. It's like, you know, and maybe not all of it's true. You know, it's like uncle or something telling a kid a horror story, or telling them about, like, you know, about shit that's gone down, like all these old time war stories and shit.
So I can be like trying to scare cut.
Yeah,
I can picture myself doing that.
Yeah, and all the shit may not be real. How did I get the name cereal? Maybe you really got the name cereal because you like Cocoa Puffs or something, you know? But the reality, now you're trying to scare this kid and tell him all kinds of stuff.
That's believable right there.
Okay, cool.
That's believable.
Well, that's how we're doing it then.
Cereal. Where the fuck you get that name from? Cereal. You used to eat a grip of baby cereal when you was a goddamn baby or something?
Fuck, cuz I just can't do it today, man. I can't do it. I can't do it.
You can do it. You can do it.
I can't do it today, man. Can we work on something else? Can we work on something else? Or at least save it for the end. That way I'm worked up.
Do me a favor, okay? Try it once for me. Try it once for me. Look him right in the eye and just fucking dig deep and use all that fucking energy that you have and just tell him it. And tell him how you got the name of cereal.
Alright,
try it once.
This time, and that's it though.
Okay.
Cause fuck Pepto-Bismol's, nigga. I'm a motherfucking Pepto-Bismol killer, nigga. This Eastside King Boulevard Crip, nigga. I represent this shit till I motherfucking die, homie. I own my motherfucking dead homies, nigga. I own Antelope. I own Biscuit, nigga. I own Wisco. I own Roscoe, cuz I'm a motherfucking murderer, cuz. I wish I could touch your bitch ass low. Fuck you, nigga. This Eastside KBC.
Yeah! I'm gonna ask one more thing of you.
No, fuck that shit. I ain't doing this shit no more, man.
Take a break. That was beautiful.
Well, Cyril, he just a fool. He don't got no moral code or value whatsoever. But he got a sensitive part to him too. He has his flaws. He weak in certain areas. Like he doesn't know, he ain't good at articulating himself. I guess that's why he's so violent. He's just not a good talker. He more like working with his hands and acting out of violence and frustration. I feel like people act that way because they don't know how to resolve the problem in another way. See, a lot of people just been taught that I don't deal with the police, I don't deal with court, I don't deal with nothing. If I got a problem, I'ma handle it myself. Hey, it's not, I don't think it's our fault. It's just the way that we've been trained, the way that we done grown up, the way we've been taught to handle situations. I just don't like it. I hope it can stop. You know, it ain't cool to sit back and see 100 people die in 4 months. I want people to know that not everybody that stays in Los Angeles or South Central, the East Side, the West Side, what have you, is all terrible. Because it's not like that at all. You know, a lot of the people that's in the movie really are from, you know, Los Angeles. I went to school with them, elementary school, junior high school, see them around the way. And it's just good. I think it's kind of bringing people together because you got different people from different communities actually working in one film and being able to come together, because that's what I think it is. It's all about unity. It's all about people getting along and expressing themselves to each other.
One comment, and just Adam and I have been talking about this a lot, so Steve's for the same way, but the one thing that I know I want to say is that my responsibility is going to be to make the visuals, you know, read true, you know, like, so the images have to sort of read true to the camera. Whatever work needs to be done in respect to wardrobe, props, set dressing, whatever. Sometimes I'll be like, you know, trying to dress things down and say this needs to be taken down based on how it looks through the camera. So just with that in mind, that you guys will be adjusting.
Again, the default is always, the default on this show is always reality. If something is ripped, it's ripped. That's real. You know, nothing. You know, looking brand new and clean and spick and span isn't the way to go. It's like, you know, reality.
Everybody's cool?
Yeah. Let's have a good show.
Well, let's have a good show. We're a fine crew, so everybody help everybody out, and let's have a good show.
And if anybody has any extra money, we're taking donations.
I feel good. I feel excited, confident. You know,
Monday is the shoot day.
Monday is the very beginning.
What are you doing to prepare yourself this weekend? Are you doing anything?
Shot lists and storyboarding and praying. I've been storyboarding for about a week and doing shot lists for a couple weeks now, so just doing the final prep.
And praying.
And praying.
Blue rag. Blue rag. Boom, 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 blue rag. Boom, 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 blue rag.
From the turf with his work horse, kicking up dust, rolling rough, kind of tough, deep down in the black. Straight blue all at once, put the hood on the map. Straight blue all at once, put the hood on the map. I'm giving a fuck, serving niggas, giving it up. East side, west side, niggas get stuck. I'ma lay a nigga down just in the concrete. The shady blue, 187 when it's time to creep. My nigga IBTOMONELLC. And my nigga Cat, if you can't fuck with G's, we put niggas on their back like constantly. When we move, nigga, we moving in 1 and 3. Catch a nigga slipping his dip in his zone. Nigga, I'm in his ass like I'm in the chrome. Nigga in the rap pages all night long. Got a bitch.
Don't be mad at him because he's going crazy and doing violence, okay? We have the midpoint of the home invasion robbery, okay, where you're raping that girl when you pull him off him. So from that point on, your kind of relationship is kind of deteriorating and you guys are kind of at odds with each other, okay? And this is kind of like towards the end of the film where all that tension and all that insanity is going to build up and just explode.
I don't even know if I'll be fighting.
Yeah?
I mean, you know, I get in a little altercation. That's why my voice was hoarse. I was just arguing with my homeboys over the weekend.
Right.
But just because he's serving, he doing his thing, though. You know what I'm saying? I might be a little jealous of him. But if he hit me, then I would try to stomp him down as bad as possible.
Okay.
But I don't know if he would hit me.
But at this point, you have really come hot. You're hot, and you just split. It's like
Exactly,
You know,
you ain't never
the
seen
thing with
exactly.
Lonzo is that you're calm and you're
Collective and
collected,
cool.
and then
Exactly.
for some reason, like at some moment, you just snap, and that's what happens most. So if he snapped and hit you, like if one of your homeboys would have hit you this weekend, what would you have done?
I would have tried to stomp his ass off.
Okay.
Burn money. Burn money. Burn your motherfucking money.
Cut. That was great. That was great. A lot of energy, a lot more energy like before. I know it's getting hot, but like the first time we did it, you guys had a lot more energy. We're talking a lot more shit. Keith, the cameraman, is Chris, this 13-year-old kid who's been jumping the gang recently. So when Keith is around, you guys can't address the camera. Now let's really focus on you. Okay, the two guys playing dice are you and Alonzo. And you really gotta taunt him. You really gotta fuck with him and instigate and really fuck with him. I mean, talk all kinds of shit about Candy, about his family.
I got it. Come on.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
Come on, man. What the fuck? Fuck that. Bring that up,
All the guys rush up with a can, catch all the guys.
Off of black?
Yeah, so I can have something off. Keith is going to come off of somebody's shirt, right? Whip pan, come up with everybody gathering around and really get in here, and see what's going on.
Okay.
Here goes the latest episode of Movie Making with Adam.
Awesome, dude. That was awesome, dude. Hey, man, give me one more. Just one more, man. Hey, that was big. Hey, Woody, man, you got off, man. That was awesome, man. God, man. Woo! That's fucking awesome, man.
Man, you got what you need, Adam. You got what you need, man. Keith, the camera wasn't on. Adam, but I know you got what you need, man. You got what you need. You're going to be in place. Keith has you in place. Okay. I didn't see it. Oh, yeah. Well, I came up with a basic concept, thinking about digital filmmaking and thinking about no-budget filmmaking and thinking about the urban films, and nobody was doing it the way I wanted to see it. I said, why doesn't somebody get in there and do a real film about gangbang, real hardcore, and show the life, and show the good and the bad? If Martin Scorsese said, let's make a film about, the Crips and the Bloods, how he would do it, looking at the detail of life, and following the criminals, following the bad guys, and making your bad guys your good guys in the movie, making them the protagonists for the film.
Watch out! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Oh! Get that nigga! Get that nigga!
I got your motherfucking ass now, homie. Last one to the side, your motherfucking ass. Get your bitch ass up. Get the fuck up.
Watch out! Watch out! Watch out!
Hey, come on, now let's roll. We gotta ride on these niggas.
Ain't no motherfucker.
Fuck that nigga. Let's ride on these niggas. Fuck that, nigga. Get the ears.
that was a stop there. That's done. Right on, man. Right on.
That shit was hot, y'all. Word up.
Hot boys.
Sounds pretty real.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, nigga, like that boo, yeah, let's get M, nigga, we finna go build. You know what I'm saying? Like a little ping pong ball. And he was like, that's good.
Well, I want the movie just to basically just state the truth. I mean, I don't want to see any mixed feelings about gang members or gangsters, and I don't want people thinking, okay, maybe gang members are right or maybe gang members are wrong. I just want them to understand the realities behind it. And at the same time, I'm still a gangster, and that's basically what I would like the movie to show. It's like same things that, I mean, even probably things that regular people don't do. People probably consider kindness or even more than kindness is like I do it every day personally, you know, and I really am a gang member, you know, so it's not like we out thinking about hurting people or anything like that, you know. That never crossed our mind. Things like that happen on the spur of the moment, you know. It's not like we plan it. And me personally, I never hurt anybody without a reason, you know what I'm saying? It's always been a reason. It provoked things, you know.
At the end of this, they're duct taping him. He's struggling, blah, blah. All of a sudden, the little girl comes to the door. We hear, "Daddy." The camera swish pans over. Okay, girl's here. Then Travis will come from, I believe,
from the feet.
He's at the feet.
Right. You know what?
from
You
this
just drop
side.
the tape. Don't even be concerned. Just drop the tape and go to the kid.
And Travis will come in and grab the girl.
He grabs her and does what with her?
And grabs her. She starts to scream and fight. Okay, shuts her up. Comes over here and just holds her. Okay, camera swish pans back. Okay, we have Alonzo here. We have Cyril here. Where's the money? Where's the money? There is no money, man. There is no money. Cyril's like, he's a fucking liar. A fucking liar. Let's kill him. Let's kill him. Let's kill him. Okay, they go through that dialogue a little bit. All of a sudden, door opens. Okay, swish pan over. You know, you know what, Nancy? As soon as the camera comes over here, you know, you could scream maybe, and Durante, that could be your cue. But remember, after he cocks the gun, okay, and you see him like, you know, there is no money. There is no money. You really
When he
realize
broke down and did that crying.
Yeah, you realize there is no money, and you look at the camera, and you're like, fuck, right?
Fuck to myself, and
like,
fuck, we fucked up. Chris, go get it.
But it's like a real, like, kind of like, fuck, you know, we fucked up. Chris, go get Cyril. We'll get the fuck out of here.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right, set here.
Set.
Speeding.
And Mark.
Stand by.
Settle down.
Don't get the timing.
Excuse me.
Action.
Come on, Cyril, look.
Grab her by hair. Grab her, Cyril. Grab her by hair.
Hey, what couldn't see that. What are you talking about? I fucking, do you see the mirror in the boom?
Yeah. You saw the mirror?
What are you talking about, man?
Oh, you want to cut? You want to cut?
Let's take it all the way through just because. We can't use this whole take though.
Good.
Okay.
Just tell them what to do, though. I mean, everybody forgot what to do.
You know what? We're gonna have to really break it up. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do it in one. And the scene at that was great, guys. That was great.
Go ahead. Somebody's cell phone.
That's so long.
Right. The point is, bear with me now. I'm gonna explain to you. I think the things that they got caught up in it, they didn't know the lines. I'm telling him what to do. But if you want to change it because of that, or you can just tell him to shorten it up.
That's why I think we need to. I think.
Yeah. Well, two things about.
And we gotta take this mirror down.
Well, let me talk a second. Because I think what's gonna happen. I'm swooshing away really fast. Let that be your edit point. You can take this mirror out and edit. See what I'm saying?
They're gonna come outside.
I'm trying to go down to the ground to avoid it,
but I'm seeing cables every time we go to the ground.
But just shit.
Some dramatic beats that need to be hit in the scene. Right. It's not just there is chaos in the scene, but there's major dramatic beats of character motivation, stuff that's going in the film. This scene's really important in the film. It's not like this is not the chaos of. It's not the chaos of the jump in, where all we have to see is him get jumped in. Okay, this is chaos, but there's a change in Alonzo. There's this brutality that we see from Cyril. There's specific dialogue and certain things that we need in the scene. So I don't know if we're going to be able to pull this off the way that the scene we need it to happen in the film all in one take,
I think that
unfortunately.
I would suggest just try it one more time like that with your nose to get these guys to hit the beat.
Right. Yeah.
Get them to hit the beat. Where would you
Right,
Steve?
I'm
Get
sorry.
them to hit the beats. Then once you get that, then let me come in and attack the moments you want. Because what'll happen is that there's so much energy in here. You get an editing, the camera, you could come up out of a shirt or whatever and get specifically what you want. But I think I would try one more time, top to bottom, with that energy.
And the energy of it, I love it if we're able to do it perfectly. But if I'm going to cut if I'm going to start cutting, and you're saying, well, you can cut anyway, then I'd rather do it in these parts because it's going to be more perfect in terms of what we have to do.
Stop! Sit the fuck down, nigga!
Where the fuck is the money at?
No, I ain't got no money in
We
this.
know you got
goddamn law. Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Bring your motherfucking ass over here!
This is what filmmaking's all about, you know. Forget all these $35 million budget, you know, Oliver Stone movies, man. You get a little DV camera in your hand, throw it up in the air, spin it around, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about, all right? So from here on out, Keith Smith is going to be known as the DV Cam Man.
Adam is a crazy dude. I think he brings out the best in everybody. Adam, he's gonna bring the best out of you. And if this man, him and Steven, sat down and decided to make a movie about it, then so be it. Who are we to criticize him? He hears about the gang violence. He knows people who knows people. He watched the news. He know what's going on. You can't say it's still not happening. Everything that happened in these streets, every bit of violence is raw. There are no soft and sugar-coated violence. Don't nobody get killed softly. Eric and Six, you know, there are not too many big differences because that's the type of person I am. I have family, relatives that gang bang. If anything happened to them, I'm with them. But I'm not for the bullshit. I'm not gonna fuck my life off because you wanna fuck your life off. My cousin just was murdered Friday. You know, there's a lot of gang bangers in and out of my family. Like a lot of gang bangers in my family. I done did some things that I know I shouldn't. I done did some things that I didn't have to do. It's just I was young, I was dumb, and fast money is all that was on my mind at the time. I know people who gang bang, that was born into it. Like everybody was in their family just gang bang. So they just said, fuck it, I'm a gang banger. You know what I'm saying? I got to gang bang because everybody gang bang. Some people gang bang because they live in the area for a long time. And if you don't want them to fuck with you, you say fuck it. If I can't beat them, I'm going to join them. So they join them. Some people just something happened dramatic in their life or at home, something ain't right, and they find whatever is missing at home or whatever they don't have within through the homies. Some people are just weak-minded. They manipulated into doing things they don't want to do. I ain't never did nothing I didn't want to do. Because I done seen a lot of cats get pressured into doing some things and now their life is gone because they done had a heart to stand up and say, no, I'm not going to do it. No, I don't want to go. I still do that to this day with my cousins and I'm hanging with them. You know, and then they homies come around. Let's all go right here. Check you later, my boy. Can't fuck with y'all. Because I'm already knowing something bad is going to happen. Something bad is going to happen.
I'm set. Dan, you're cool, Adam? Action.
Crazy, man, always.
What up? What's up, right?
What is it, baby?
Oh.
Come on, baby.
Cut. That was beautiful, Trevor.
Oh, I'm sorry, Elisa. I couldn't.
Come on, dog.
It was too funny.
That was good.
Ask you, can I get $5? Get the fuck away from me, okay? As soon as she asks you that and you turn away, that's one beat, okay? Second time she's gonna come on, I really need something, Chris, come on, okay? Get the fuck away from me, okay? Boom, that's the second beat. Third time she goes, I'm really hurting, give me something. Then you gotta pull out the gun. And we need a little distance from him, because you're really on top of him. He can't even pull out the gun.
Okay.
So we need you to be about here, so he can pull out the gun and boom. And again, mean, we gotta see Chris, the meanest we ever seen him, okay? Chris is Cyril in this scene.
Man, watch how you hold my shit. I ain't gonna break it, dog. Watch how you hold my shit. Get the fuck out of my face. Hey, bitch, get the fuck out of my face.
No, you better have
I heard you singing. That's all I need. That's all I need.
Bitch,
You got
get
some
the
shit.
fuck
You
out
got
of my
some
face.
shit.
Go somewhere with that, man.
I'm hurt. What you need me to do? I'm hurt. That's all I need. What you need me to do? What you
Get the fuck up.
Fuck you. I got some shit.
Hey, man.
Cut. Mark, wait for camera. That's
God! Mark!
Why do you think they picked you?
Cause I got talent. What the hell you think? My shit is natural. Slap yourself just asking that question. Chris is a sneaky person. Chris is a kind artist. Chris is the type of person, he'll go kill somebody, come back at home, laugh with his mom and his sister, have jokes or whatever. But his mom just don't know he just went and killed somebody. That's some deep shit. I mean, his mom, that's deep. Gangbanging is more than just fighting nowadays, man. People out there to make their money. I mean, and that's the only way they can make their money is by slanging drugs or whatever they do. Killing people, getting killed, all that, just like, damn, man. Just like what happened in 6, we filmed somebody getting killed that day, and then his relative died. This shit is real, man.
Put nigga motherfucking knives, got to prove. I'm around all day when I have to, though. I don't give a fuck, nigga, cock it back and blow. 2 shots in your chest when you fucking drop. 2 motherfucking shots with a lovely Glock. I don't really give a fuck, I tell the truth all the time. I ain't gotta spit no lies, nigga, fuck it, the line. Front line, one time I be busting on. If these motherfuckers real, they get busted on. But they fake, so I don't give a fuck, you know. At the camp, I was sipping on a gang of food.
My name is Liava Moivao. I'm a full-time police officer with the Los Angeles Police Department. From a police officer's point of perspective, it's realistic. I think the producer and director are doing a great job trying to bring out what the reality of it is on the street instead of trying to make something up. When I was down at South Central 77 Division working the crash unit there, I was dealing with a 10-year-old kid that had 2 older brothers that were in prison. And when I came in contact with this kid, I think I got a little bit personally involved with it, trying to deter him from going the same route his older brothers went. And I tried for about 1.5 years, and then come to find out this kid got shot at the park next to where he used to live. And to me, I felt like a failure as a police officer and as an individual, but there's only so much that we could do as police officers.
Oh, she's checking the chamber. Everybody see it's an empty chamber. Drop fire. Safe weapon.
You okay, boo? Okay. How you like being a dead man?
Hey, it's cool though, you know what I'm saying? Gang tapes, baby.
Hollywood can create anything. But sometimes, like this independent film, you're doing something that's a project that is about the project, about the message. I think that gang tapes can help make it a little better. And that's what I'm here to help do.
Roll sound! Weapon in toss, 1 round, fire in the hole!
And mark it. Set here. Right at him?
Yeah, call it.
And ready? 3, 2.
Oh, shit, my baby!
Cut.
Okay. Mark it.
Action!
Oh, shit, my baby! Oh, my God, somebody! My fucking baby!
What does a movie mean to me? Well, in the beginning, when it was brought to me, it meant creating a visual of that life that is so horrific. You know, the brutality is what needs to be shown for these young cats can see the reality is that how you really want to live. And I've seen other projects, but I think they stop 2 steps from taking it to the max. Take it to the max. Show them that, you know, death is death and death is real and ain't no empathy, ain't no happy ending. It means if they can do that and accomplish that reality, that they can put that up on the screen, and you may not stop the older cat that's already chose, but you might stop the younger dude that's making the choice. Like, man, I don't want to do that, man. thought you thought it was all glamorous and it's all about riding. No, man, it's about watching your back. It's about shooting people. It's about your mama might get killed. It's about all the other negativity that those G's not telling you. It could really do some good if that little 9-year-old decides to go the other way because he saw this flick.
I used to have dreams to be a motherfucking teacher, but it couldn't afford a Navy with all the special features, so I stopped dreaming and I started thinking. Cause when reality hit, my fantasies started shrinking, cause time is short and I ain't got much further. I go to Thug University, nigga fuck Harvard, cause niggas got degrees and they still ain't happy. So I'd rather make this cheese and try to be a good daddy. See, you can call me fool, but I'ma call you sucker. 19 years of school and still a broke motherfucker. See, I done played the game and overcame my pain. I done survived these streets, bitch, now put that on your brain. They say you only live once, but I'ma live life twice, cause I can breathe through my kids and I can see through my wife. A lot of stress in my life had me acting this way. Sunlight tonight, dark brown to gray. Even though I regret most of the shit that I did, but from adult to a kid, I didn't choose the type of life I lived. The shit that I seen wasn't cool, wasn't keen. My big brother got killed and I can still hear my mama scream at night. I pray. I don't sleep, I just lay in the bed looking straight, contemplating on a way to give hope to the youth and help all the lost souls. To tell you the truth, I wouldn't have never took this road, cause this game is scary and this world is real. Everybody don't make it. A lot of niggas get killed, and I'ma tell you the real, and true niggas gon' feel every word that I spill, cause real niggas love the real.
You know, we're taking this to the next level. You know, it's more than a film, and it's different than a documentary.